Good morning, class. So today we'll start our next unit, that is unit 5. In that we have to first discuss about what is a big data. Talking about the big data, as the name suggests, name defines big data, that means a large amount of data. What is a large amount of data? For example, I'm recording my lecture or I'm conducting your class. Whatever record we are maintaining online, whatever records we are maintaining, these are all the data, and the data is getting more and more larger nowadays. Why so? The reason is due to the COVID situation, every work is going through the internet, and that is why the records, the data, the files is been getting more and more. The size of the data is getting more and more day by day increased. So the problem is that how to deal with that data as the data is getting more and more larger and larger. Capturing a small data, maintaining that data is okay, but what about if the file size increases per minute, per second it is get incremented, the data rate is getting increased in a very large amount. So dealing with that data, to have the analysis of that data, what methods, what techniques we can apply, it all comes under the category of your big data. So coming to the definition part, if talking about a definition, it says that a big data is a collection of large data sets that cannot be processed using traditional computing techniques. It is not a single technique or a tool, rather than it has become a complete subject which involves various tools, techniques and frameworks. So it simply says that means for the processing of the large amount of data, traditional computing methods is not suitable. So for that part, we need the advanced techniques, we need the advanced tools and methodologies to have the analysis of the data. Moving further to the evolution of technology. Before that, previously we were only talking about the first example, we were using only the telephonic. We were having only the telephones or the telephonic conversation through which we can have the communication between the sender and the receiver. But now, as the mobility comes in the market or in the scenario, so the mobile phones came. What is the benefit of the mobile phones? It is having the advantage of the mobility. That means instead of telephone, we are sitting in a single place and we are having the communication from a single place only. The mobile phone can be used everywhere, anywhere, because of the mobility of that phone. Coming to the second example, that the desktop. Before that, we was working only on the desktop. We were having the storage in a single desktop or a standalone application. Then we have used of main frameworks, or we having the servers where we can store our data. But due to the increments in our size, a large amount of data is gathering, storage is getting incrementing day by day. We are in need of the space. For that part, we have to use, or we can say in the scenario, the cloud. The cloud is a space, the cloud is a virtual space where we can have the storage of my data, or we can have more methods and techniques application, which we will discuss further about the cloud. The third example coming is the car. The car, as the functioning of car is to move the people from one place to the another. But as now the smart cars in the market, what the smart cars can have, it can have more functionality than the previous car. What are the functionalities? For example, it may tell you about the traffic situation, that which one is the crowded place, which one is the not crowded place, which lane you have to follow, or where is the red light. The red light alerts it can show, and many more. The smart car is having many number of features it will define. So coming on to the next of the evolution of technique, that is the IoT. What is IoT? IoT is the Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? The smart car is an example of the Internet of Things itself. Why so? Because as is in the car is in a mobility situation, and the internet connectivity is there in our car, so we can have the connectivity of each and every information through the internet in the mobility of my car. So coming on to the examples, we are having the cargo containers, we can use the energy substation, we can have the smartphones, the wear tables, the shopping carts, the vehicles, the bikers, the smart meters, parking meters, all are basically the examples of the IoT. And you can see that how the graph is getting incremented day by day. It says that the 6 things online per person: sensors, smart objects, device clustered and systems. See how much each and every person get connected day by day. as a single person generates a large amount of data. So think about that. If a single person can generate a large amount of data, then million people, how much data it can be generated. Moving further to the social media part. What is the social media? The example has been defined talking about the Instagram pics. It says that around in approximately 6 seconds, or 60 seconds, 1736111 data has been generated. Pics has been stored, or it has been put on the Instagrams. Talking about the Facebook, 4166667 likes and 2000000 photos is been stored in the Facebook part. 34722 tweets is been done in the Twitters. YouTube, if you're talking about 300 hours of video uploading is done. Think about a day. 204000000 emails is been sended. So now you can think about that, how much amount of data per day we are capturing, per day we are having. It's a very getting, that is why I'm again and again saying that the only data capturing or the storage is not the answer of all these questions. Yes, making that data knowledge, converting that data to the knowledge formation, and having the analytics of that data is the usefulness of that data, isn't it? And for that part, of course, data analyst is in huge demand in the market. In each and every company want to hire the data analyst. So coming on to the other factors, some other factors are the banking and finance, the media and entertainment, the healthcare, the education, the government, the transportation, the insurance, and the retail, all are the big data part. So coming on to the end of what is the big data? The big data is a term of collection of data sets, so large and complex that it becomes difficult to process using on-hand database system tools or traditional data processing application. So now I do think that you are easily able to understand what does the big data term comes under the scenario, what is the requirement. So thank you so much. Further we will discuss in my next lecture. Thank you.